YouTubers? It's Mikey. Today we have Xavier from When It's Hard to Find. And before we start the video, all I have to say is like and subscribe. And check out When It's Hard to Find. Well, tell your parents too, because that's not for kids. I'm gonna explain why we changed our name, my YouTube channel name to Child. So, kid means baby goat, and I'm not a baby goat. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Obviously, it's not a baby goat.
Today we're gonna be doing our favorite 90's TV shows. My first favorite 90's TV show is Rugrats. Surprisingly, just because most of the characters, Angelica is mean, Chucky is nerd.
Yeah, Chucky's very nerdy.
Yeah.
Chucky is my favorite character though, because
Yeah,
I feel like Chucky,
he's not that bad.
he balanced out Tommy, because Tommy was like the leader, but Chucky, he could follow instruction really well. He was loyal too. He never really turned on Tommy, the whole series. So I felt Chucky was an underrated character for Rugrats. And then remember Susie too. Susie, that was one of the first time I seen a black girl in a cartoon. So that was very interesting. That they had a representation of black people even in the cartoons. Who was your favorite character in Rugrats?
It was honestly Susie.
Susie, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising, because she wasn't in every season.
Yeah, she really wasn't. But near when she started being in there, she was a boss.
Yeah.
Cause
she stood up to Angelica, because her and Angelica were like the same age, and before Susie came about.
Well, no, Susie was older.
Oh yeah, but I know, is it true that before she came on the scene, Angelica was like the bully?
Yeah.
But then when Susie came, it was like the bully had a rival, somebody who could actually match her in script. Yeah. So yeah, that was a cool show. So what's number 4? Rugrats number 5. What's number 4?
Number 4 is Smart Guy.
Good
Smart
choice.
Guy was it was very, very good, because it had good fatherhood, which Xavier will explain what that is. TJ was surprisingly smarter than a rocket scientist. He was in high school at 10. So, yeah. And Marcus was the one who's always picking on him. And, well, what's her name? I forgot her name.
I think it was Zari. Not Zari. I forgot her name. The sister.
Yeah,
just say the older sister.
The older sister. She was always like the one helping TJ.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But there was this one episode that I'm very proud that happened, when it was this white lady who kept on stalking black people when they came into the store.
Yeah, there's racial profiling, and the sister, the older sister, she worked at this department store, and the boss of the store was trying to get her to basically tell on or surveil all the black shoppers. And then when she realized that she was doing it because they was black shoppers, she stood up to her boss and quit the job. So yeah, that was a very good show.
And it was the owner of the store came in and started being there at the store.
Right, the owner of the store is a black man, and then he came to the store and was like, he posed as a shopper to trick the manager into thinking he was just another shopper. And then when he was following, he told the manager, looks like you only following black people. And then she got fired. Yeah. And so that was a good episode. Yeah, a really good show. And I like Mikey said, I really like the portrayal of fatherhood in that show, because a lot of shows, they don't show strong black fathers, or if they show a black father acting real goofy all the time, like clowns. And T.J. Henderson, his father, he was able to keep the family together without acting silly.
Yeah.
So that was a really good win, I think, for black people. So what's number 3 on your list?
Number 3 is Family Matters, which is, I have something to criticize about that. There was a lot of things that was in there.
What do you think about the character of Steve Urkel?
So they made, there's 3 people who they made a coon, and all 3 of these people are the main character. They made Steve a coon, they made Eddie a coon, and they made Carl a coon. cool.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Carl. He was a cop, so you already know he's a cop. He was working with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and he was acting like a woman.
Yeah. In that episode where him and Eddie was working on the car, and he started acting like he was a girl, impressed by the car. He started like changing his voice and walking different and stuff.
Hi.
So yeah, see, like the smart guy did, or they never did that. That's why I like the smart guy did. Cause
I would change. Smart guy and Family Matters, switch him around. So it goes to fourth, and smart guy goes to third.
What's the next on your list after Family Matters?
Well, this is gonna surprise you, but it's Pokemon Indigo League, the oldest Pokemon show ever.
Did Indigo League come out before Pokemon, the regular show, or did they come out at like the same time?
Well, the first mainstream show that came out on all the channels was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I never watched the shows, but I used to collect the cards. So.
Yeah, the cards were fun to collect, and there's a lot of episodes that were, well, weird, because honestly, it's a bunch of pocket monsters saying their name over 200 times in every episode.
Right.
And saying parts of their names. But at the same time, it's very interesting the way they use certain powers that are mind-blowing. Like nobody could think of.
I have an interesting question for you. Like, for you, did your kind of like for Pokemon, did it start with the cards or did it start with the show?
It kind of started with the show because the cards were just good to look at. Because, and then my love for Pokemon started getting stronger because I saw the show. But there's this one Pokemon that I think should have got a lot more attention, and that Pokemon is called Castform. You probably are not familiar with this because this was in 2006. So,
what's his name? Castform?
Yeah, Castform is a Pokemon that is very unique, and I think it should get a lot more love. Castform is a Pokemon that I actually think is in my top 18 types of Pokemon. Another video that made me like Castform a lot more. But Castform gets shown in a lot of episodes in Diamond and Pearl and Indigo League. But while it gets shown with Indigo League, it really isn't probably one of the best stats of Pokemon. But we'll get there with that.
My favorite was Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard gets, honestly, now Charizard gets too much love. Honestly, it's just
Charizard got the flames though.
Yeah, he got flames that come out of his, he's a dragon blowing,
He's not gentle. That's what I'm like. Charizard is like a monster's monster. He's like when he goes to monster mode, he doesn't go back.
Yeah.
Pikachu, he too cuddly. Like, no, I'm not scared of Pikachu. He look like a stuffed animal. Why is Pikachu scary? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Charizard, I run. Pikachu, I go, oh. Look, it's a little yellow bunny.
Yeah. Like Pikachu is based off an animal that's called Pika.
Right.
And it doesn't even look like Pikachu. It doesn't even have a tail.
Right.
So
Charizard for the win. I don't care what nobody say. Holographic Charizard, that's the best Pokemon card of all time. I used to have one and I lost it. Whoever has that card, please give it back to me. I'll pay money for it. Okay.
So our next one is Hey Arnold. This is my favorite show of all time. This show has a lot to do with creativity, and the character Gerald is honestly amazing. He learns how to ride a bike in one of the episodes, and gets like a professional bike rider. In the show, they show a flashback of him riding down a road and almost getting hit by a car, but then he turns, so he doesn't get hit by the car, but he does get an injury. And luckily, that injury left when he was 7. So that means it was on him for 2 years.
Yeah. One of my things, and Mikey, he started watching Hey Arnold like within the last few years, but when I used to watch it, I didn't really appreciate it, but I do now. Hey Arnold, the music in Hey Arnold is so cool to me.
Yes, it's very awesome. That jazz.
Yeah, it's jazz music. So
that's why it's my intro music.
Yeah, children, if y'all watching Hey Arnold, watch it again, but listen to the music. and that's real music you're listening to. I don't know who the artist is who makes this music.
But shout out to that artist.
Yeah, shout out to that artist for putting a little jazz in the children's programming, because that's the type of music that, you know, African children need to really develop. So, and I like the character of Gerald too, because Gerald was like, you know, he was cool, he was believable. Like he didn't seem like a fake person. Like he was never like, you know, too silly. You know, and remember, you notice that Hey Arnold, whenever the class wants to tell a story, Gerald would always tell the story.
Yeah, because he knows his ancestors.
He's known his ancestors. Like Gerald is the griot.
We're gonna go over the shows.
Yeah. Okay. Gerald was like the griot of Hey Arnold, so that means he was the holder of tales. So whenever they needed a story, they'd be like Gerald, and then Gerald would stand up on his pedestal and start telling the story.
Yeah, and also Helga, at the end of the show, this is like, I've never seen the end, but this is what I think is gonna happen. I think Helga and Arnold get together because they get together in the Jungle movie.
I don't even know. I can't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know either, because I've seen the last episode before.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the last episode of almost every 90's show.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Helga though really deserves to be with anybody because she has a bad attitude. She was socking Brain. Right, like she's violent. Like every time she see Arnold, she's insulting him. Like that's no way to treat, you know, your fellow, you know, human being. So I feel like Arnold, if he got if Arnold has self-respect, he would like just ignore Helga. She calls him football head in the opening song. Like it's his show, and she calls him a football head.
Move it, football head.
In the opening song.
Arnold.
So that's not. We think it's funny, but really Helga is just like this bad attitude. She needs therapy or something. So.
She went to therapy in another episode. Have you ever seen the episode Helga on the Couch? You need to see that episode.
I never seen
She went to therapy.
And also, if you didn't notice, the theme song of Diary of an African Child is based off of one of these top shows. I'll just leave it at that. You know, because a lot of you all might like, where that music come from? Watch Hey Arnold.
Yeah. And so let's go over most of the show. First we have Rugrats, which isn't a bad show, but it's not in my top 3. Then we have Family Matters, which is a weird show, which actually Rugrats can go in front of.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, Family Matters was just could have been better. And the thing about Smart Guy, he was a single dad, so that means single black dads, they act way better. But if you're with a woman, you gotta act crazy.
That was the message. Now that shouldn't be the reality.
Yeah.
But the message that they were sending was, we can't show a black man and a black woman being serious, good parents. They had to have one be silly. And we're saying, in the same way you had a serious dad on Smart Guy, you should have been able to do that on Family Matters. Why not? It happens in real life, so why not put it on TV? So, all right, so you said Family Matters. You would put Rugrats in front of Family Matters.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next one we talked about? Smart Guy.
Smart Guy.
Yeah.
See, that show, there's not anything that I can criticize about that show now that I think about it.
Smart Guy's pretty flawless. I mean, the only thing I would critique in Smart Guys, I wish they made the character Mo a little bit smarter. Like,
I thought his name was Marcus.
Mo, Marcus' friend.
Yeah.
Marcus' friend, like, your brother is smart.
Is that smart?
Like, they made him, like, it got to the point where it was just embarrassing how, like, dim-witted they made him look. I feel like they could have did more to make the character of Mo more respectable. But overall, it's a really good show.
They do that with all the shows. Because remember Waldo?
Yeah, in Family Matters. Yeah, Waldo is Mo of Family Matters. Like all of these shows, they seem to have this thing where they pick a character and the whole point of them is just to act stupid.
Yeah, and then Waldo was way stupider than
Mo. He was way stupid.
Because Mo
got serious sometimes.
Yeah, and then Marcus was a good friend, but Eddie was not. Remember when he called him stupid?
Yeah, he called Waldo stupid. Yeah, he said he'll win in the stupid Olympics or something like that. He was like, if it's an Olympic competition for stupidity, you'll win. Eddie coming with the guns. God, Eddie, lay up.
Then we have Pokemon Indigo League, which I didn't really talk about that much. So pretty much the base of that show is talking about how Japanese pocket monsters can be way stronger than you think. They could destroy your house. And in the intro, it even says, Pokemon gotta catch them all. It's so true. I know it's my destiny. You'll teach me, I'll teach you Pokemon. All they're saying is you gotta teach your friend how to do stuff, and the friend will teach you how to do stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty spiritual show, so that's why it's my second. And then the last show is Hey Arnold, which is a very, very good show that has a lot of things that it could work on. Well,
Hey Arnold, only thing in Hey Arnold I feel they could have worked on is they could have made it more diverse. The cast, like Gerald was the only black character.
And also, I bet you guys didn't know this though. So, Arnold was acting a lot of black in that.
Yeah, that's
in that first season.
I agree. Because you gotta wonder, why is he friends with the only black guy? How come Arnold is friends with Gerald? And he must have some type of, I don't know, like, is he like biracial or something? When you don't know, you don't know.
Season 1 and season 4 were ones when he was acting too black.
Yeah, yeah, and he always was cool. He never panics, really. You know, like
he's like calm down.
Very
guys.
calm.
And one girl act as him. So
yeah, the voiceovers for Arnold, it was women.
Yeah.
For one of them, and then the voiceover in one season, it was the boy from Home Alone 3.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know his name, but if you've seen Home Alone 3, that kid, like he was doing the voice for Arnold.
Yeah.
So as we recap, that's the top five shows. Anything else you want to leave your audience with, Mikey?
Please check out Witness Are Divine and MJTV.
Yes.
And don't forget, Cast Form needs more love. Please.
Peace. And again, kids, go outside, have fun. Ask your parents first, then go outside.
Don't watch anything over 50% of Netflix, please.
Right. Yeah. Netflix. Like, lay off the Netflix.
Yeah. You can only watch 40% or less of Netflix. That's it. That's it.
It's kind of like white sugar. It's kind of, it's too much of it is bad for you. All right, then.
Quick shout out to La Vida Africa.
Yeah, shout out to La Vida Africa. Rest in peace, the great ancestors. All right, until next time, peace.
Bye.
Bye.